This is the dedicated Mul-T-Lock 5-pin Garrison interactive pick that's in the UK Bump Keys shop, and this is the lock that's been driving me nuts for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. As you can see, it's a 5-pin in-pin Garrison Mul-T-Lock on a thumb turn. You have to take my word for it that it's a pin in pin. You can't actually see the inner pins from here. As I said, it's been causing me some grief, and I've had quite a lot of advice from people on the forum about positioning the tool and how to use it correctly. And I found out today that the big mistake I was making was that although I thought I'd positioned the tool accurately, I hadn't. It's quite difficult to see when you get the tool into the keyway. It's all a bit kind of dim and not very well lit down there. And if your eyesight's not so good like mine, then it's a difficult thing to set up initially. But kind of, you look at my really rough diagram here, you can see what you're kind of trying to achieve is to have the pick itself right over the centre of the dimple, so it's covering the inner pin, not to one side. And that's what I think I was doing. I think I had the pin to either side, slightly to either side of the pin. And what was happening was, when I was rotating it, I was actually catching the next pin as well. So it wasn't giving me a real good feel for what was going on. So anyway, we introduce the pick to the keyway and slide it home nice and gently, and put a really light tension on, and you can feel those pins. You feel them kind of springing, and there's no interference one pin from the next. So it's a case of putting on a reasonably light tension, and this lock actually picks pretty much from back to front. So a light tension, and I think a bit of rotation there. A nice click there. Number 3. That's about right. 1 and 2 are a bit tricky, and it's kind of hard to get them in there. Sometimes I've done it 1 before 2, then 2, 1, and it seems to work either way, but a little fiddling is required. So we'll try and get a bit of rotation on 2. Oh, it's not having it. Through 1. Now, if you heard that, that's the sound that was putting me off before. And what I thought I heard was the sound of the outer pins resetting, losing outer pins, and it's not. What it is, it's these pins towards the back of the lock, initially setting both setting the outer and pinning the inner, and then when the tension's released, they ping out, and it sounds as though you're losing an outer pin. Anyway, so number 2. No, it's not happy. Go back, yeah. 1, 7, that's 5, 4, 5, 4, 3. Of course, this is always twice as difficult, at least, when you're being filmed. And 2 still not happy. Right, start again. Reset the lock. Yeah, that's 5, 4, 3. There goes 2. Gently does it, and there goes 1. Now if you look at the lock, you see you've got this nice 5-degree rotation that Barry Wells was talking about. It tells you you've got the outer pins in set, so then it should be just a case of going along and lifting the inner pins. Again. 2, 1, and there you go. There's the 5-degree rotation, and then just touching the inner pins. You can hear those, and there goes the lock. So that's a Garrison 5-pin pin Mul-T-Lock, and the dedicated H&M tool from ukbumpkeys.com.